Okay, so I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go to New. I'm going to set up a pixel account. So if I'm doing something for a screen, like a Facebook cover art or a web banner, I'm going to select the resolution at 72 pixels per inch. I don't know. You could Google search web banner sizes. I'm just going to go 728 pixels by, I don't know, let's say 350. If this was defaulted to inches or centimeters, the web banner, cover art, and all that type of thing works in pixels. So you want to set up your file in this manner. 72 pixels per inch always, and your width and your height pixels will vary. And I'm done. And then I'm going to open up some images that I have here. So I'm going to open these up. All right, so I'm going to drag these off. They tend to dock along the top here, so I'm just going to click and drag those down. This is how I prefer to work. Go to the Move tool here, just click and drag these images over. And you can see that this one is way too big for this, so I'm going to resize that now. I'm going to go to the Zoom tool, but I can reverse that by holding Alt or going up here and selecting minus. Zoom way out, pull this down. And then I'm going to hit Control T, or I can go Edit, Transform, and you can see all of these things are under the transform thing. So free transform. The Shift key, if I hold it down, the Shift key allows me to change things proportionally. I'm dragging it off to the side here. Just drag that bounding box over here. Hold the Shift key down until the image is where you want it. Done with that one. Control 0 or Command 0 on the Mac will bring your image back up to the full window size. So make sure you're on the top layer right here. So when you click on the text tool, when you click and drag, that text will automatically pop up, be the first layer that you see. I've made this a 60-point font for now. I'm going to type image. I can just highlight that, change, make it bigger if I need to, or I could just type in some other points of measurement. 200, oh, that's way too big, 200. There you go, that looks good. Go on my text tool here to resize it. So I can have a full word, there you go, image, full word is in there. So now I'm just going to take the text wherever it is that I want to position the image. Find a good spot that you think the photo would look good on it. I can go down here. I can highlight. Sorry, I'm going to put the photo on top here. I'm going to go in between. If I hit the Alt key and click, it will clip that image to the text there. All right, so here we are. We have our image text going on, and now I want to attach the photo to the text. And there's a pretty straightforward way to do this. Because I've got these three photos that I want to attach the same text to, I'm just going to duplicate this image text. So I'm going to drag it down here into the new layer icon to duplicate it. That's how I do it. There's other ways to duplicate layers. Make 3 of those. And then what I'm going to want to do is make sure you position the text below each of the images. All right, this will make all sense in a minute. So if you put the text down below the image, so then drag the next one down, put it below the beach scene, and then the next one below the city scene. So in order to attach the text to the, or wrap the text into the photo, all I have to do is hover my cursor or hand or whatever it is in between the layers. So I'm just making sure I'm hovering here in between the layers. Hold the Alt key down. So I'm pressing and holding Alt. You'll see the icon that comes up, and it will clip that to the layer. So you've created a clipping mask around that you can release. So if I hit Alt, click again, it releases that clipping mask. So a very straightforward way of doing that. In between the two layers, Alt and click, and then you clip the photo to the text. One other way of doing that is you can right-click onto the actual layer and say Create Clipping Mask. That's the other way of doing that. So I've right-clicked on the layer, right click. Here's the release clipping mask. So if I right click after I've applied the clipping mask, I can also release it. So two ways to do it: right click, create clipping mask, or hover between the layers, hold the Alt key down and click. And now I'm going to do that for this layer here, in between, Alt, click, Alt, and click. And now, if I turn off, obviously if I turn off the layer here, you can see the text. But this is now clipped to the text. So if I turn the eyeball off on the text, I can see the one below it, and the one below it, and the one below it. And that's how you can create basically photos inside of text right there.